Dear Carolina Hurricanes and Tampa Bay Lightning,
Mm-hmm.
I was profiling, and profiling is wrong.
Yes, it is.
Let's go.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up?
Good morning. Snowman here to all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters. Shut up! I gotta thank you, Shane.
I mean, whatever happened to the games where breaking 100 points was, I don't know, unusual?
There was one word to sum up the All-Star weekend.
Trays. Cause we take this job so serious.
Splash Brothers, yes. Ray Allen, replace him with Steve Kerr. Reggie Miller, yeah.
What in the all types of blue hell?
All right, let's get this party started. Good morning. Welcome to the wacky Wednesday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have y'all with us. We welcome everybody watching on Mosaic TV as well as the Worldwide Sports Radio Network and Zebo TV. And this portion of Snowman in the Morning is presented in part by BetUS.com. BetUS.com, where the games begin. Droid is with us. Vikala is with us. Shane is not. The brother is battling a massive migraine headache, and anyone that has dealt with migraines, it is not fun to deal with at all. So to our brother Shane, get well, get rest, and hopefully we'll have you back tomorrow.
I'd have a migraine too if I lost 4-0 to the Nashville Predators.
I was gonna say, I think he rewatched the Jaguars versus Patriots game. No, but
shut up. 4-0 by UC Saros.
On a serious note, I want to start out by saying we clowned Deshaun Watson, and rightfully so. But I really do hope that he gets better. I hope that he has a speedy recovery, because I saw that injury. Holy moly! I do not wish that on my worst enemy.
I don't either.
And it was funny because I felt like I was separating myself from my human side to my football fan side, especially when I heard the interview with Jameis
Winston.
Winston, yes. And I was like, you know what? I applaud the man, because he's right. As a human being, you don't want to cheer someone for getting hurt like that, especially
No.
the injury that he suffered. And that's not right.
No.
That's not right.
No.
So
It's
as a human being, I'm like,
It's like
yeah,
you said,
it
as
was
much as we clown Deshaun Watson,
right.
we wish nothing but a speedy recovery and a healthy recovery for him.
And then for the joke side of a football fan side, I just wanted to say, Jameis, you shut up. You suck too.
There's another player that I want to wish a speedy recovery to, and his name is Brandon Ayuk.
Oh my god! I saw the
ACL.
play that he got hurt.
ACL
Oh my
and
God.
MCL.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised his leg was not broken. I'm glad it wasn't, but when I saw the hit he took for that injury
Mm-hmm.
and his knee buckled, now I got not
I
okay
saw
knees myself.
it. I saw it live because I called that game.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
I
hold on.
boy, no. Joy called that game. I'm sorry.
Me and
I was just
Victor
sitting
called that game.
here. I was just sitting here letting the game watch me
Mm-hmm.
because I had after Georgia Texas wore me out. I was just worn out.
And I don't know.
I saw that
going
injury.
In NFL, why are there so many injuries? We talked about
Yeah, this is, and we were afraid this year. All of us, we were afraid this would be the year of injuries,
and it certainly has
and
been.
it's proven true because we've lost some big names, and also a shout to Andy Dalton and his family.
Mm-hmm.
They were involved in a car accident.
Oh my God!
So nothing but well wishes from us. As much as we joke around with the teams and the players that we do from a football standpoint, from a human standpoint, we are just
please get better, guys.
Please get better.
I think this season
love that is all holy. Please get better.
I think this season has shown us, if nothing else, this ain't ballet. This sport is a
no,
and it causes massive injuries. My gracious.
Mm-hmm. Also, let me give a shout to the playmaker Darnell Sollins.
Mm-hmm.
He was scheduled to join us this week, but the brother is down with a severe cold and the flu. So man, everybody's taking the hits today, and I hate it. I freaking hate when this happens.
Mm-hmm.
When so many people take hits. You know what I mean? It's not fun.
No, it is not.
It's not fun at all. I've seen 2 back injuries to the legendary Joe Montana.
Yes.
And he came back from both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Which made him, from football standpoint, a legend in my eyes, because I've seen people. I used to work at University of Chicago Hospital. I've seen people with the back injuries that Montana has suffered, and honestly, some of them didn't make it.
It changes them.
It does, man.
It changes them.
It does. It does, man.
Seeing what happened to Hutch against the Cowboys, and then seeing what happened to Ayuk and Deshaun, it was like, oh my God, what is happening,
man?
And I think we talked about it in preseason, like the fact that there wasn't a lot of play in preseason. It's going to cause issues come the regular season.
Yeah, we've talked about it before with the lack of preseason practices and preseason runs and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
They should have kept it at 16 games. They should have kept the schedule at 16 games and the preseason at 4 games.
Yeah, so that everyone could get ample reps of what it's like to be in competition, because this is gotten bad.
Jory, to answer your question, yes, this is Pumpkin. Hi, Pumpkin. Hi, Pumpkin. You want to
For those who are just joining us, Pumpkin decided to come in and
Pumpkin decided to hop in
Pumpkin
decided to hop in the chair with me. I've had Pumpkin on the air with me. Of course, y'all have seen Lucy, and Lucy's asleep
and then
right
Binks.
now. Yep, I had
Mr.
Binks.
Binks. All right, so
And I've had Winnie on here.
yes, yeah, Winnie was like one of the stars immediately.
Listen, every time Winnie shows up
Mhm.
and just hops in either she hops in the chair or she hops on the desk with me,
Mhm.
it's madness. Because when I had my office in the kitchen while this room was being reworked,
Mhm.
so
So here's a question, Mr. Droid: how'd the Frozen Frenzy treat you? Because there were some games.
Shut. My team did not show up. 5-1 over losing to 5-1 to Minnesota is unacceptable.
Uh-oh.
I know it's early in the season. I know that we're hurt. But just because Kachuk came back doesn't mean that you previous players can take a seat and lay back.
It sounds like he about to put someone in the hot seat. It's already the first
No,
Yeah.
nobody's going in the hot seat.
Okay.
Because there's not really anybody at fault. It was a collective group effort of being a bowl of mid.
Mm-hmm.
We got play-by-play with JJ with us, and he says Snow, Embiid, and PG not playing. Then I'm going to the game tonight, man. I'm a Flyers fan, and we're 1-4. Our power play sucks. That's all.
Yeah, but here's the thing: I expect better from my team, who has a winning record.
Yeah.
4-3-1.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Pumpkin Bear.
You have 5 games with points, and we're going into Thursday facing the Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
Is that on the road or at home?
That's on. I think that's on the road. Yeah, that's in New York. That's at Madison Square Garden.
That's at MSG. That's at MSG.
And then on Saturday we have to play the Islanders.
Why?
And then on Monday we have to play the Sabres. We have a 3-day New York road trip.
Mm-hmm.
Before we finally get our day
off. You go to Manhattan to play the Rangers. Mm-hmm. You play the what did Michael call them? The Broadway Blue Shirts.
Right.
Then you play Gordon's Fishermen and the Islanders. Remember that logo?
Going back to Fishermen.
Yes. But they went back to the regular Islanders logo, which I'm proud.
By the way, JJ, watch out for Adam Fox. Adam Fox didn't even place over Gustav Forsling. So
first of all, who the heck is Adam Fox?
Defenseman for the New York Rangers, one of the top defensemen in the league, top 10 easily.
Mm.
But he was only labeled at number 8, while Gus Forsling, my defenseman, was labeled at number 6.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we all know who number 1 in the league is, and it's Cale Makar.
Yep. This is why George's my hockey person. I'm trying to get back into it. Learning players, learning. I know the rules because I've called hockey before, but learning the players, learning their tendencies, watching, and all that. That's what I'm getting back into. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
Friday, November 1st at 1 p.m. is when the Panthers go on their global series. We go to Finland to play the Stars in a 2-game series.
When is that again?
November 1st and November 2nd. First game is going to be at 1 p.m. The second first game is 2 p.m. Eastern. The second game is 12 p.m. Eastern on Saturday.
That might be a special here. Have to see how
a double header.
No, I can't do that one because I'm taking the wife back to the hometown because I got a game Saturday in Gary, Indiana, and Indiana Northwest. 2 of them, as a matter of fact. Hey, $100 per game on Jed TV. I'll take it.
Yeah, you better.
A+ is with us. Good morning to you, my friend, and to play-by-play with JJ, and to everybody that is watching and listening, because we are back on WIRU in Chicago. So thank you to all of our stations that that pick us up, including WQEE 99.1 FM in Atlanta Sports Talk Station. So we're happy to be a part of your programming. Let's take a break. And when y'all get back, more potluck stuff. We don't know what's going to come up next, but stick around for it. Back after this.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another Beating a Dead Horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central. Whether it's the men's college game,
the way that this season has been going, yeah, anything is possible.
The women's college game,
and how passionate Angel Reese was at that press conference, they got their mojo now.
The WNBA,
AJ Wilson, Brianna Stewart 1 and 2, followed by Brittany Griner, Aaliyah Boston, Jackie Young,
or the NBA.
The Lakers had a 0.8 chance of winning. And then what happened in the fourth quarter? LeBron James by himself outdid the Clippers.
You will get any and all of the information right at your fingertips or your earlobes. Join the Playmaker as he breaks down all things basketball in Shooting Lights Out on the Playmaker's blog, network, YouTube channel, and where you can find podcasts. Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Welcome back on this wacky Wednesday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have you all with us. Glad to have you with us in the Fanatics Feedback Zone. And a big welcome to those of you listening on WLEO 26.7 in Baltimore, Maryland. And to those of you listening on WIRU in Chicago. And a big welcome to those of you listening on our flagship station for Snowman Multimedia Sports, WJKSDB, Chicago and Indianapolis, Indiana. So welcome to everybody. A Pizzle sends me a note. History was made last night, and my 2 words are So what? So what?
What history was made? That's the question. So I'm all for history.
Los Angeles.
Oh, I mean, history's history. I'm all for history being made.
Mm-hmm.
He played 2 minutes. Shush.
I don't listen. I woke up this morning.
I'm saying he played
just a minute.
2 minutes.
I woke up this morning to a bunch, and I mean that, a bunch of stuff. I'm being nice, Dr. K. From people, change that. From a certain group of people
that we'll talk about today.
That we will talk about later. That went nuts when Bronny and LeBron checked in at the same time.
That was the history, huh?
Let me just say, I don't care.
Nobody does.
I don't freaking care.
But
I have a simple question. Oh, Droid, you're gonna get some receiver help. We have a bit of oh my gosh.
That's a big
We got a bit of breaking news, folks. The greed is real. DeAndre Hopkins now joins the world champion Kansas City Chiefs.
That's a big pickup.
That's a big pickup for the Chiefs,
and then
who need some receiver help because they're down a couple of receivers, including Rashee Rice. So the undefeated Chiefs get DeAndre Hopkins in a trade per A-Pizzle 90.
I'll take a look into this and see what we gave up. Let's hope not much.
What's a troll, Droid? The greed is real.
It is real.
I'll do it like how Marshawn Lynch did it to Pete Carroll after that stupid play in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know what? That play in the Super Bowl,
yes,
should have gotten Pete Carroll fired on the spot.
It should have.
It should have gotten Pete Carroll fired on the spot.
What I heard was Pete Carroll had a play.
And here's your answer for a fifth-round pick that might. Here's your answer. Hopkins traded to the Chiefs for a fifth-round pick that may become a fourth-round pick.
We always find gems in the fifth round, so I don't know how.
Oh yeah.
I mean, look at Isaiah Pacheco. He was a seventh rounder.
If teams are smart, okay, like the Chiefs, like the Eagles, like the 49ers, if teams are smart, the gems are found later.
Within the fifth.
Look at Isaiah Pacheco, one of the most prime examples.
Listen, you want a prime example? Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, who is now very
Mr. Irrelevant. Wasn't Pacheco and Purdy drafted in the same draft?
I believe they were.
Hold on. I will do that research, but thank you, A Pizzle.
Live research coming. Thank you, A Pizzle, for the news.
So Brock Purdy was a part of the 2022 draft class.
And let me close this out properly. Your breaking news once again: DeAndre Hopkins is on his way to Kansas City.
Yes, they were.
Wow.
Same draft, right?
Seventh round pick 251. Brock Purdy was Mr. Irrelevant.
262. Yep. And they're both very, very relevant right now.
Yes, they are.
Isaiah Pacheco, running back. Oh, yeah. So,
what's the update on
Kareem Hunt is somebody I want to talk about.
Okay, let's go.
Kareem Hunt went from an essay. You both know what I mean by essay.
Mm-hmm.
Getting cut by the Chiefs because of those essays. Well, I think they were allegations at the time, and then they were confirmed to be true.
The allegations, gotcha.
Yep.
And then he went to the Browns, played terrible.
And we all know how that wound up.
Mm-hmm.
and then he became a second stringer behind Nick Chubb.
Mm-hmm.
He comes back to the Chiefs, and now all of a sudden he's back in his prime form. It doesn't make sense.
Makes sense to me. Kansas City knows how to use him.
It depends on the environment you're in.
And even though he's injured right now and due to come back after the bye, the same can be said about Christian McCaffrey. When you find a team that knows how to use a player correctly, how many times have I said that, Victor?
Yes.
How many times have I said
all the time? All the time. It also depends on the environment.
Exactly.
When you know how to utilize a player's strengths, that's when they're going to become their most dangerous, and it could be well after their quote unquote prime.
Mm-hmm. And you want an example? You want an example?
Mm-hmm.
Here you go. DeAndre Hopkins,
Christian McCaffrey.
I really want to say Jalen Ramsey for when he went to finally took a team to the Super Bowl just by being an amazing defensive back.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jalen Ramsey, don't get me wrong, always been an amazing player.
Yeah. But
it's just he lost all my respect while he was in Jacksonville, saying hockey is easy. That's when he lost my respect.
How dare you?
You know what? Fair enough.
And then you look at Jalen Ramsey now.
Fair enough. All right. Fair enough. You don't say stuff like that.
You see steam coming out of Droid's
ears.
How dare you?
You see steam coming out of Droid's head.
Yep.
After that statement. Good Lord.
The Fanatics feedback zone. Hello. Sick Diggy says good morning.
Sick Diggy is here.
Good evening and good night.
Yep. He's here. Epistle, we're talking about how coaches use players. He says Andy Reid knows how to use them. Very true. Look at him now. That's why Andy Reid is a legend. Okay.
Yeah, he is.
You know who Andy Reid reminds me of? In so many ways, he reminds me of Bill Walsh.
Yeah.
Oh,
he reminds me of the late great Bill Walsh, and I'll tell you why. He knows how to get the best out of players. That's first. Secondly, he knows how to use players within the offense. Within the offense they're putting together, because the Chiefs use a glorified version, and it works, of the West Coast offense.
I still laugh my head off whenever I think about Andy Reid being in the movie Lady in the Water.
Yes.
You also got to realize, like, the fact that without Rashee Rice, without Marquise Brown, without Juju Smith-Schuster, without Isaiah Pacheco on that offense, including, I think we had an O-lineman out. I think that was McCade as well. And then you also have Jalen Watson out on the defensive end after that game. Mike Dana, Charles Omenihu, he still hasn't come back from his ACL.
Yep, Charles Omenihu. Yep.
And then BJ Thompson on the D line as well has yet to come back. We are hurt. And the fact that we are the only undefeated now is making people upset. And I just laugh in their face because
it's not making me upset.
It's making people who accuse the Chiefs of cheating. There you go.
Let me say this. As much as I pick on Droid for the Chiefs, I love watching them. Okay? One big reason is Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
I love watching Patrick Mahomes. In fact, my wife has a second team now, and it's the Chiefs, because she loves watching Patrick Mahomes also. When we did the Super Bowl, and my wife came in here and she says, okay, who are you picking? You picking the Chiefs or the 49ers? I said, honey, I truly don't know.
Right.
She looked at me and said, what? You don't know who to pick? No, I don't.
Not when you
because you have those two teams, even though the Niners are really beat up right now. As far as the NFC goes, my statement remains, and it applies also to Kansas City. To be the champs, you got to beat the champs.
You got to unseat the champs.
And you got to beat them in January. I will say this. If the 49ers make it to January and get in, watch out. That's all I'll say. I've seen this movie before, and it happened twice in back-to-back years, 2021 and 2022. And remember, 2 years ago, as long as we're talking about the 49ers, 2 years ago, they were 3-5. They were 3-4 after they lost to Atlanta 28-14. And Carl Johnson said, "What do you think they're going to do?" I said, "That's easy. They're going to run the table." I said that live on the air at the time. And when I signed off, not knowing what the hell I was saying,
right,
not knowing what the hell I was thinking, I'm like, are they really going to run the table? Well, guess what?
That's like what they did.
They got healthy and they ran the damn table. And they're sitting at 3-4 right now. I will say it with the same. I will say it with the same kind of fear, but confidence. I think they're going to run the table again.
They need a lot of pieces to come back to do so.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Listen, the Chiefs do a better job of dealing with injuries than the Niners. But the thing is, the Chiefs have less people injured than the Niners do. They have less people injured than the Niners do. And it's next man up mentality.
And I also feel like you're also losing out on a lot when you look at your offensive line because Trent Williams is looking to be suspended for a game.
Yeah, after that punch.
And me and Victor watched that live, and we are like, they're definitely getting suspended. I know both Cook and Williams should have been disqualified, in my opinion.
Yep.
Like every day of the week, you disqualify both players, whether you like it or not. And I don't know what's on these coaches' minds right now, but all I can say is deal with your injuries. You both know how to do it. You both have proven you can deal with your injuries and win your division so we can meet back up in the Super Bowl.
Yes. And I still say I still say this. Droid, I'll see your Chiefs and my Niners in New Orleans.
But right now,
all right, and round 4, I will say this confidently. Round 4 will be.
Victor, can you still hear me?
I can hear you. It's fine. I think Snowman froze a little bit.
But I think right now the only team that can really compete with the 49ers in that NFC is if Jaden Daniels heals, the Washington Commanders.
Yeah.
They're surprisingly 5-2. They are first in the NFC East.
I'm not even surprised because we talked
about
No, you
have to be surprised, Victor, because look at their defense.
Well, we're talking about the Commanders team who's always been on the cusp. They've always been on the cusp. They've always been on that edge of becoming one of the elite teams. They just haven't had a quarterback that they can really rely on.
His internet went out. But also the Commanders have proven that they can run band for band with a top team like the Ravens.
Yes.
Only losing by a touchdown.
Yes. Because like when you look at how well the Commanders have been, this has been 2-3 years in the past. How good they've been. It's just been the fact that they lacked a really top tier quarterback. Because were you really trusting Sam Howell to carry that team?
Sam Howell wasn't too bad. It's just recently they got O-line. They did get some O-line additions to that Washington team.
That's true.
So Sam Howell didn't really have time in the pocket to do anything. But also Sam Howell isn't a great quarterback. You had a mix of two.
Right.
But now you got Jaden Daniels, a young elite quarterback who didn't go to Nevada. He went to LSU.
Who knows how to run, who knows how to pass.
Knows how to throw deep and use scary Terry.
Make Terry scary again. I'm very proud to see how these Redskins have become an elite team, and if we end up losing, the East title to the Redskins, I'm okay with it.
And then another thing you have to realize, like the Washington Commanders are the best team at faking the run. They have the best play action in the league right now because Ron Rivera had a terrible play action.
Well, Ron Rivera, let's be honest, Ron Rivera wasn't really a offensively minded quarterback. The reason why he even got the head coach job, head coach, the reason why he was picked up by Carolina and then picked up by Washington was because of what he did in Chicago as a defensive coordinator. And the magic that Bears defense did. Brian Urlacher, Lance Briggs, Peanut Tillman, Mike Brown back in the day. You had the two monsters in the middle between Keith Traylor and Ted Washington. You had an elite defense team, and you had a very good defensive-minded head coordinator, which now they tried to push to the head coach role, and it's like, this guy don't know offense. He just don't know offense.
That's why I don't like defensive coordinators going into the head coaching job. Like, I love a lot of these DCs, especially my own.
Well, Lovie Smith didn't do too bad, though. I think Lovie Smith was also a defensive coordinator.
He didn't do too bad, but it's like
he never turned a corner.
Yeah,
he was never turned a corner.
And the thing is, Spagnuolo, I love you, but you are not head coach material. And remember in the Ravens game, he called timeout when he's not supposed to be allowed to. And people were complaining about that. And I think one thing is you can compare this Chiefs team to the likes of the Patriots dynasty. Everybody hated them while fans loved them.
Right.
And if Brian was here, I'd be able to do a conversation with LeBron Textual because I did have a conversation with one.
Oh no!
But we'll do that when he gets back. And we should have been at another break, but sadly, due to unfortunate circumstances, Brian's internet has gone out, and we don't know how to end the live because we don't have access to.
Right. So we just gonna keep going.
We're gonna take a mulligan and keep on trucking. Now, Victor, I know you know very little about hockey.
Yes.
You've made that very clear.
I've made it very clear. I have not been able to really watch. I haven't really been able to keep track of the rosters. Like, I know the teams very well. I just don't keep track on all the rosters. Because, oh boy, that's a lot of players.
and I think what you should do is just watch the Stars. Just watch the Stars all year.
Stars all year. Yeah, I've been told that. I've been told people, like, you know what, if you want to find a Dallas team that you can root for, watch the Stars.
If you're gonna watch the Bulls and watch the Cowboys, meet in the middle between the two. Maybe watch Nashville. Sadly, we don't have a KC team, but we don't talk about that. You're not gonna watch St. Louis because Brian hates St. Louis, unless unless and then you also have, I think that's pretty much it. You just have St. Louis and Nashville between Chicago and Dallas.
Yeah.
So little out in the Midwest. Now we got the Utah Hockey Club. That's something. But I remember we were talking about, and I know Snowman would want to wait till Thursday to talk about this. When we have Mr. Dietz and Chris Simpson on to talk about the new top 25.
Right.
But I think it just needs to be brought up. Proud of Vanderbilt. Honestly, very, very proud of Vanderbilt to finally be ranked as an SEC team.
Yes, indeed.
It took them years.
It took them long enough to get here. It's like, finally, they made it.
And I'm going to quickly look it up. The last time they were ranked was the 2013 season.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they were ranked at number 25.
Right.
Yep, 5-2 Vanderbilt football was ranked number 25 of the AP top 25 pool this afternoon for AP News. This marks the first time Commodores have cracked the top 25 since 2014 when they were ranked in the final AP poll of the 2013 season.
Wow.
But here's the question. Does Diego Pavia keep leading this Vanderbilt offense and keep him in the top 25?
I say go with the hot hand. If he's working for you, he's working for you.
Because in SEC play, the Texas Longhorns have played the Georgia Bulldogs, the Oklahoma Sooners, and the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Not very strong until you get to Georgia.
Right.
But now they're facing the hot hand.
Yeah.
They're facing Vanderbilt in Nashville. This is not in Texas. If this is in Texas, I would say no chance Vanderbilt wins this. But this is in Vanderbilt.
So they
this is
have
where
a chance.
number one, where I will now say this is where number one teams go to die.
Right.
I think they can pull it off.
We'll see how well they do. Because I'm looking forward to it.
And Snowman actually gave me his games he wants to call and the games he is going to confirm call. He's got the number 20 Fighting Illini versus the Oregon Ducks in Oregon.
Yeah, ew.
And then he's got number 8 LSU versus number 8 Texas A&M. And then these are his maybes. A group of 5 matchup between the 5-2 Tulane Green Wave and the 5-2 North Texas Mean Green, the Green Bowl. That would be at 12 p.m. Eastern. Tulane favored by 7.5. And then the other game on his maybe docket, number 12 Notre Dame versus number 24 Navy in Navy. This is in Maryland.
I was surprised he's gonna do a Fighting Irish game.
I don't know. He said he really wants to do the Green Bowl, but also the Notre Dame Navy game is very tempting because not only is it a ranked matchup, so it's headlining, but also because you're playing at Navy.
Right.
And I think there's a team that's fall off needs to be studied. And it's the team called the Air Force Fighting Hawks. Right now, Air Force going into their bye week is 1-6.
Really? Ouch.
They are 1-6. Let me say that for those in the back of the field at Arrowhead. They are 1-6. They are last in the Mountain West. They are 3 whole games behind the top 5 of UNLV, Boise State, Colorado State, San Diego State, and San Jose State, which are all teams moving to the Pac-12. And we have the big dog, Shane Lake, in the Fanatics feedback zone saying couldn't get back to sleep because of the godforsaken migraine. You are all good, brother. If you're wondering why I am at the front of your screen shader, Brian's internet went out. Victor is in the back with me, though. So this is basically just like me and him having the conversation like we did on the Grilled Sportscast Network, which we are streaming on. Let's quickly review each conference's, standings. Right now, the A&M Aggies lead the SEC.
Okay.
They're 4-0 in conference play, and they're 6-1. The LSU Tigers are just behind them with 3-0 in conference play and 6-1. The Bulldogs have played 5 total games in SEC play and are 4-1. So your top 10 in the SEC rounds out as Texas A&M at 1, LSU at 2, Georgia at 3, Tennessee at 4, Mizzou at 5, Texas at 6, Vanderbilt at 7, Alabama at 8, and then Arkansas at 9, and your Florida Gators finally get into the top 10 in the SEC. And then behind them, you got the Gamecocks, Ole Miss, Oklahoma, and then you got Kentucky, and then you got Auburn, and then you got Mississippi State having the worst season that they've had in a long time.
Right.
Looking at your Big Ten is where I think, what did Indiana do to be elite now? Because they are 4-0 in conference play, 7-0 on the season, just like the Oregon Ducks.
Yeah, I wish I knew, because my gracious, they have been on a tear.
They destroyed Nebraska, destroyed Northwestern, destroyed Maryland, and unsurprisingly destroyed UCLA. But even after some of their big wins, like their win against Maryland, they dropped in the rankings still.
Right.
They went from 13 to 23rd, and then to 16th, and then now they're back at number 13.
Okay.
And unsurprisingly, the worst college football team right now is, I think it belongs to Purdue.
Unsurprisingly the worst.
Stick to basketball.
Right.
I'm saying that as a KU fan too, but at least we're not bottom of the league like Oklahoma State.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Oklahoma State is 0-4, but 0-4 in conference play, 3-4 overall. And we got a lot to look at in terms of like what went wrong with Oklahoma State.
I don't know.
Because I remember we were hyping them up because of the one clip, "Come after me, I'm a man, I'm 40."
I'm 40, yep.
I think it was after they beat Arkansas, and then after they lost to K-State is where everything went downhill.
Right.
They lost to West Virginia, and then they lost to the on fire BYU Cougars. So weird to say BYU is a top team in the Big 12.
Right.
And one of the top teams in the nation. They could go for a playoff run if they wanted to.
That's the craziest thing, too.
And then, unsurprisingly, the Kennesaw State Owls still have yet to win a game. Same thing with the Kent State Flashes. They are 0-7 so far in the season. And then I look at every other conference. Yeah, every other conference at least has a team that has one win or more. While the Owls have yet to even get a single win.
They have not gotten a win.
They lost to Sam Houston back in November to end their season.
Right.
And then this is their season so far. Lost 28-16 to UTSA. Lost 34-10 to Louisiana. Lost 31-10 to San Jose State. Lost to an FCS school in UT Martin, 24-13. Got blown out the water by Jacksonville State, 63-24.
Who are we talking about here?
Kennesaw State.
63.
Jacksonville State put up 63
so
on Kennesaw State.
Here's what happened. I thought it was the power that blew here in my office. Turns out it did, but also Jody bought me this gadget with like 6 or 7 different plugs and 6 or 7 different USB plugs.
Mm-hmm.
That went poof.
Oh, surge protector, I think.
Yep. So the next thing, I got something in its place right now, but after I get the money I need today, I'm going to Walmart and I'm buying one big ass surge protector.
Yeah.
Because this thing is Dunsky.
Yeah.
I've turned it off and I've turned it on like 6 times.
Yeah.
And NUFFIN, nothing.
Yeah.
So what did y'all talk about? So what did y'all talk about while I was scrambling?
We went through the power rankings for college football.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the downfalls of the teams, some of the upswings of the teams.
Mm-hmm.
Especially teams like BYU, Vanderbilt, surprisingly Sam Houston having a good year. And then you also have I think unsurprisingly seeing Purdue at the bottom of the Big Ten in football.
Mm-hmm. I love the fact that Illinois beat Michigan.
And nobody's surprised,
I love the fact
think,
that
anymore.
Illinois. I'm not surprised either. I just love the fact that Illinois beat Michigan, and Michigan is tumbling fast.
They are. As soon as Harbaugh left, McCarthy
They went
left,
downstairs.
Everybody just took a trip downstairs.
What'd you say, Snowman? It seems like they're proving that Michigan's a bunch of frauds.
Yep. Washington proved it, who was unranked, and then Illinois proved it.
And the thing is, Brian, I'm looking through every single conference to find a team besides the Kent State Golden Flashes and the Kennesaw State Owls that doesn't have a win. Nobody else in the league has no wins except
has a victory.
Nobody else in the league doesn't have a win except the Owls and the Golden Flashes.
That's crazy.
I still want to know what the hell a Golden Flash is.
I don't know.
I
you could not pay me to tell you because I wouldn't know how to tell you.
I wouldn't know either. All right. Sorry about that, folks. I had a power surge, and now I really do have to strip this office down and replug everything in. I did an emergency setup, and I'm glad I did. But dang it, I want to swear right now, but I'm trying not to.
Don't swear.
I'm not.
I would say let's just head to a break.
Do this. Let's do this. As soon as I get everything else situated here, let me turn that on. As soon as I get everything situated here, except that son of a gun. You know why it's plugged? It's plugged into here. That's why it won't work.
This is the reason we call this a potluck day.
Yes, we do.
And I had a fear of that. I had a fear of that when I woke up late this morning. Holy catfish! Hold on a minute.
See, this just shows the bronzosexuals are attacking.
Everything's crashing. As I said, holy catfish!
This just shows this shows that the bronzosexuals are attacking.
Hold on.
Not only are the bronzosexuals.
Look at what Shane just said. Hell no! You are not getting in here, Shane. You need to rest.
You need to rest, brother. You need to rest. I'll tell you what. We're going to take a break. I'm going to get this together. And then I have an idea.
Okay.
In which my beautiful wife goes, uh-oh.
Yes.
Because you know she's our coordinating producer.
Yep.
Every time she hears me say, I have an idea, she goes, uh-oh. And then she sees the evil smile on my face.
Mm-hmm.
So let's take our halftime break. Let me get resituated. And I have an idea that I'll talk about when y'all get back.
Okie dokie.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Whether it's the men's college game,
the way that this season has been going, yeah, anything is possible.
The women's college game,
and how passionate Angel Reese was at that press conference, they got their mojo now.
The WNBA,
AJ Wilson, Brianna Stewart 1 and 2, followed by Brittany Griner, Aaliyah Boston, Jackie Young,
or the NBA.
The Lakers had a 0.8 chance of winning. And then what happened in the fourth quarter? LeBron James by himself outdid the Clippers.
You will get any and all of the information right at your fingertips or your earlobes. Join the Playmaker as he breaks down all things basketball in Shooting Lights Out on the Playmakers blog, network, YouTube channel, and where you can find podcasts.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, W-I-Z-E.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do two circles, and that translates to, I can be the black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy and now begins a future one. of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central. Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete! 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 Delete!
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you total football talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Why are you out of bed?
And of course,
I am one of the hardest working producers in the business. That's why you've got me here. So kiss it.
I'll ask again.
Bad dog. Bad dog.
Why are you out of bed dealing with a migraine?
Because for one, I'm too used to it, and for two, with all the technical problems that seem to be going on, figured in case something else happens, it's good to have somebody else around.
I'm glad you're here, because when this thing went poof, I immediately ran to the breaker, turned it off, turned it on, and I didn't see the light.
Right.
But when I turned it off and turned it back on again, I saw the light to my mixer and to my internet source light up, which gave me the clue that this surge protector here may have protected its last surge.
Yep.
Because it went poof.
Yeah, usually it takes about 2 power surges before it goes kaputski.
Yeah. And this one is kaputski. So now I know what my shopping list is after I do all my door dashing today. I was going to suggest that we try this again at 11 a.m., but then I thought, nah.
We're already
This is a potluck. This is a potluck episode, and the podcast will be as such. The podcast version of this will be as such, so screw it. I got things to do, and Shane has rest to get. So as long as Shane is here, let's catch him up on everything, and we'll do this whip around style. The Bruins got beat, the Panthers got beat, the Blackhawks got beat. The Kings got beat also by the Vegas Golden Knights.
And the Stars got beat by the Sabres. And I was the one that called it. And I told y'all, you'll be sorry.
I'm not sorry. Yeah, I'm not sorry.
I'm not.
Begin the morning. I apologize to the Lightning fans and to the Carolina Hurricanes fans, which Victor is included in such, because I picked against them. Oops. I was wrong. We are.
Something tells me our picks in the NHL went straight to hell last night.
And then some. And then some. And to think I picked the Oilers. We lost a legend early this morning. And this is one point I didn't get. This is one point I didn't get to, as we lost the legendary Fernando Valenzuela. He was 63 when he passed away. And I got that note this morning. And anyone, and I mean anyone that had a chance to see him pitch, whether live in person or on television, you saw the legend that is Fernando Valenzuela. So rest in peace, power in paradise, Fernando.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I grew up tail end of watching what he would do, and he was an all-time Dodger pitcher, plain and simple. And it's not like he threw hard. I mean, he was tinkering with what 93, 94, but he was pinpoint, even with such a weird delivery.
Yeah,
that's the most dangerous pitchers is when they don't have to throw hard.
Yep, that's the short version of the whip around, and it's presented by Fanatics. Do us a favor, folks. We got a challenge going. Let's try to get 1,000 subscribers by week's end to this. YouTube.com/@SIT Morning, which is where the YouTube version of this show will air as soon as we hit the monetization level of 500 subscribers, and on our way to 1,000, because Snowman Multimedia will become an exclusive play-by-play channel as soon as that goal is reached. And we want to reach it by the end of the week. And I want to help the guys out because Victor, Droid, and Big Dog, they all work so hard to help me put this show on. Dr. K, I love you, darling. Thank you for being the coordinating producer. And thank you to Cole Johnson for being the co-EP of this extravaganza with all the elements that he put together and some that he taught me to do. Wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be celebrating our 11th season without the people who helped us get here. And I appreciate every single one of you. Let's take a break. And when you all get back, oh boy.
Oh yeah.
Maybe I should have slept in.
And you're here now. And Jordan already said he has a conversation already lined up.
Oh hell.
I got a few of them lined up.
Here we
Back in a deuce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Quinn.
Moment of clarity. I haven't watched BT in years.
KP.
Drake needs to come back with another triple platinum album.
E Digger.
And then you have Ray J. Like, I can't stand that River Cricket.
The Guru.
Okay, the level of crack she's smoking, I don't want it.
BS3 Network proudly presents the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, where from card tips to hot topics to meat beef of the week, anything goes. Live every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central. Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text delete, 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 delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. Alicia.
You can't hold somebody to that standard if you haven't voiced what you want and what you're needing from that.
Mika.
If you're not communicating expectations, you're waiting for your feelings to be hurt.
Nicole.
A lot of people don't want to take the time out to be alone and to get themselves together.
Ivan.
You got to be willing to work through stuff. And from the jump street, y'all done had problems. Maybe you don't need to be working through those.
BS3 Network proudly presents Queen 3 and King podcast. Live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
All right, we're back on all of our radio networks. We apologize for the power surge. Everything seems to be up to par. My daughter just gave a look and she says okay, but she also, and Dr. K sent me the same message. Dr. K's in Chicago listening in. She also says strip that office when you get home, and she's right. And I got to get a bigger desk also, especially with what I have planned for this office. All right. I had mentioned a lot of moving plans for me and Jody. They're going to happen, but they're going to happen after she gets her second master's and officially becomes Dr. K. She's working on a doctorate as we speak, and I am so proud of her. I'm proud of you, honey. I can't say enough how proud I am of you. And all right, here I go bragging on my wife again. She may not be a sports nerd like I, but she does love football. And of course, you know who her team is. That, of course, is the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah, we'll never live down an apology. So, yes.
By the way, did you hear we've already got a game getting flexed this week?
What?
Indy's now taking the Sunday night game. It was originally supposed to be Jacksonville. It's now Indy, Minnesota.
Huh.
Whoa. Time. He says, hold the phone. Stop. Penalty flag on the field. When is that game?
Week 9.
Crap. Well, that's only one game for me because the Niners are off.
Yeah, Niners have
Indy's
to bye.
playing the Sunday night. Oh, that's got potential. That's got potential for having my wife ride shotgun with me. All right. Put that one in the book for week 9. We'll do our regular red zone coverage. And as soon as I lean back in here and take a nap after the 4:00 game, I'll be ready for Indy and Minnesota. And I assume that's at US Bank Stadium in Minnesota?
Yes, sir.
All right. So we got that. The two games that
did you hear the news?
What's up?
I'm talking to Shaner. You heard
What's
the
up?
news, right?
What news?
DHOP.
Yep.
Yes.
D-Hop went to doggone KC.
Kansas
I
City.
saw that.
Yep.
And you see the eating grin on my face.
The greed is real.
Greed is real.
And I'm
The
calling
greed
it now.
is
I'm
real
gonna call
coming
it
from a
now.
San Fran fan. Okay, cool.
I'm gonna call it.
What's
There's
that?
a receiver that I think is going to make his way to San Fran.
And his name is?
Tyler Lockett.
You know what? That's a target. And I've heard rumors that he's a target for San Francisco because they're so beat up right now.
Yeah, I've been hearing those rumors myself.
Under targeted by Drew Smith.
And
Metcalf is under targeted.
And Metcalf may go fishing elsewhere.
And maybe
wait. Metcalf may go fishing.
The November 5th trade deadline for the NFL is about to get good.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's going to be filled with greed and 0 Cowboys moves.
It's also going to be filled with greed and 0 Cleveland moves because they're going to start Deshaun Watson.
No, there's going to be Cleveland moves. It's going to be them trading players away.
Deshaun Watson's done.
Yeah, it's Jameis Winston they're starting. I mean, you can't tell the difference. They both suck.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier.
Yeah. True.
They both suck. It's just Deshaun Watson light.
Another target. I mentioned another target of the 49ers, and I mentioned this. I mentioned this earlier. Is one Cortland Sutton?
That wouldn't surprise me.
And pick him up. I need him in fantasy, please.
You greedy son.
One of those two, if not both, will end up in Frisco because Debo just got treated for pneumonia, and we are going to be thin. We are very thin at skill positions right now.
Yeah,
your wide receiver.
There's going to be a running back picked up. And there's going to be a couple wide receivers picked up.
I think they said CMC is going to be back near the end of the year.
Well, they're targeting week 10.
Week 10?
At Tampa Bay. They're targeting week 10 at Tampa Bay.
Dog walk. That's all that is.
Listen, if we get CMC back for week 10, and this is after we take care of business against the Cowboys, I made a prediction earlier in the show. And I'll make it again. I've done it the last 3 years. I say sitting at 3-4 right now, 1 game behind Seattle in the division. I think San Francisco is going to run the table.
That would take some doing.
And we actually missed an injury.
This means they got to go to Green Bay and beat them. They got to go to Buffalo and beat them. And while we're on that subject, I think it's week 12 where we have the triple header.
Yes, December 1st.
It's week 12. Folks, let me tell y'all what's going on. December 1st for us is going to be a bitch, but it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun too. It's going to be a hell of a lot of fun because we, the 4 of us, and anyone who joins in the chat, are going to be covering 3 games that day.
3.
It's the Snowman Multimedia triple play. And we start things off with the New England Patriots hosting the Indianapolis Colts.
Do we really have to do this?
Yep.
We all know how this game's going to end.
Shane will have that. No. Check that. I'll have the call of that game because I think my wife will ride shotgun with me. The boys will be in providing updates from all the early games as we do. The middle game, we were only going to do 2 games. We were only going to do 2 games that day.
Yeah, it was going to be.
Yeah, it was going to be Indy and New England.
Indy, New England, and then San Francisco and Buffalo.
And then the fact
we found a juicy game.
We looked at the 425 schedule and said, well,
yep. We looked at the 425 schedule. And let me get my soundboard up here. We looked at the 425 schedule of games. Looked at the 405 games. We were like, meh. And then we found one. And we all went, holy shit.
That's going to be a juicy.
And we had to put it on the schedule. So the 425 game will be a battle of the birds, the Philadelphia Eagles and the Baltimore Ravens.
Yep.
King Henry versus Saquon Barkley.
And Saquon has found his second win in Philadelphia, and I'm happy for him.
He has.
I am so happy for Saquon Barkley.
And King Henry looks like he really hasn't lost a step.
Nope.
King Henry has gained a step because now he's in a running offense. He's in an offense where they can run the football. And, of course, the nightcap will take place at Rich Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Brock Purdy and the 49ers take on Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. And that will also be a charity stream for us because there's a couple of causes, including my family, that we're going to raise money for. I'll have all the graphics for that tomorrow. I'll have a full ad about that tomorrow. That all will occur December 1st. And while I'm thinking about it, let me make this announcement also. We are taking Thanksgiving week completely off.
Yes.
What you talking about, Willis?
Shut up.
That Thanksgiving week, no one's doing anything.
No one will be in front of their computer or in front of a microphone Thanksgiving week. Why? One, it's a short week. That includes a holiday. Two, we're going to need all the energy we can get.
Yep. Plus coffee.
Plus
coffee.
Man, I'm probably gonna have 3 2-liters beside me.
Hey, listen, this cup here, Dr. K found it for me. Dr. K finds the coolest stuff for me.
I stepped away from coffee for a bit, and I'm like, we gonna need coffee for that one. We gonna need coffee.
Man, I'm gonna have like 2 or 3 2-liters beside me. The hell are you talking about?
Listen, when we looked at that schedule for December 1st, I immediately said, I'm going to need coffee. Jody looked at that schedule for December 1st and went, oh, hell.
She said, you will need coffee.
And Dr. K, she's trying to wean me off of coffee, and I'm trying to wean it off myself.
Right.
But with the schedule that I keep, holy catfish.
Yep.
And thank you to Steve Rabel for that. Thank you to my friend Steve Rabel, the voice of the Seahawks, for that phrase.
Do you really think I'm going to be able to have that week off, though, knowing the rest of my schedule?
Yes.
You have a point.
No, but, Victor, are you forgetting my night gig?
Doggone it.
Yeah.
You have a point.
Yeah. But as far as this show goes, we're taking that week off. So y'all will see some pieced together segments. In fact, the person will feature that entire week. It's going to be Allison Moran.
Hey.
Mic drop moments of the year.
Oh my God. And I'm still cutting from her. Mic drop Moran. There you go. Allison mic drop Moran. There it is. There it is. Man, she's had so many mic drop moments, it's not even funny.
Absolutely.
And then what was the first one? Keep the bitch.
Sign
the bitch. Keep the bitch. Yep.
Both of them.
And then talking about balls and all that. Yes.
Oh my Lord.
Too many balls.
I had fun cutting that one.
Wait, what?
I had fun cutting that one.
I am so glad we actually got my ending in for the end of that segment.
Right.
You stupid for that.
Shut up.
You stupid for doing that. Don't shrug your shoulders at me. What? What?
What? I love Brian.
I'm so glad we're talking about this because we really don't need to have the bronze sexual, but I think we're gonna have to eventually.
Yeah, we're gonna have to, but be ready, folks. December 1st, we are all gonna wear ourselves out with not 1, not 2, but 3 football games, 3 NFL classic matchups. We'll start our coverage at 11 a.m. Eastern time, getting you ready for the noon schedule. Feature game, getting ready for the 1 o'clock schedule. I beg your pardon. So the 1 o'clock feature game will be the Colts and the Patriots in New England. The 4:25 game will be the Ravens and Eagles from Baltimore. And then Sunday Night Football makes its grand return as the 49ers and Brock Purdy take on Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills live from Orchard Park, New York. So we're going to be raising money for Cancer Society and for the hurricane victims. And of course, the third one is to help my family. So anybody want to get in on the fun, make sure you're in the chat that day, because it's going to be a full day of football coverage. And y'all are gonna love it. Then we're gonna repeat the action. We're gonna repeat the feat for college football, for the college football playoff.
Yep.
On a Wednesday, New Year's Day.
Yep, New Year's Day. We're in here early. And Shane, I'll let you tell them the 3 games we got on schedule for New Year's Day.
You had to ask when I don't have that notebook in front of me, but we all know that it's going to be your college football playoff schedule with the traditional games and bowls that are, as I'm getting everything in front of me here. Thanks for the random throw.
You got to be prepared, dude.
3 hours of sleep. 3 hours of sleep. Shut up.
Listen, I get it. Shane, I get it, man. I get it.
All right, January 1st, since we're going to be breaking our tails, ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be from the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. We all know the bowl game. We have that as the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. 5 at 1 o'clock. 5 o'clock, it is the Rose Bowl from Pasadena, California. And then at 8:45, it is the All-State Sugar Bowl from the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana.
And we will follow the playoff all the way to its completion. And the championship game is in Atlanta?
On the 20th.
Maybe. It's the 20th
of January.
And it's in Atlanta?
Yes, sir. I'm double checking that right now.
Double check that for me. Double check that.
January 20th. Let's take a look here. January, looking through the scheduling. January 20th, Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, 7:30 p.m.
Yes, it is in Atlanta. Okay. So that night, January 20th, we'll start our coverage at 5 and take you all the way to and through the national championship game. And Chris Simpson will join us on the call also. So stand by for a lot of football coverage, folks. College and NFL, as we will feature the college football playoff on the Grilled Sportscast channel and also the Snowman Multimedia YouTube channel. A pause for a break, and when we come back, you know what's next.
Crap.
Back in the deuce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
The original Think Drink is back. Level up with proven ingredients formulated to crush your competition. No gimmicks, no jitters, no messing around. Just high potency results that keep you moving day or night. There's a new nerd in town, and we came to play.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central. Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered a winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels.
Nerd Focus. Smarter than energy.
We were always hippies at heart, I guess, and that was one way that we showed it before we became full-time RVers.
And we were definitely living small and minimally.
What made us decide to go with Battleborn was everyone from their top leadership team down to their service department helped us so much the whole way through. Our relationship with Battleborn is so much more than business. And me and Dennis love to jam together. We've played together multiple times, and that's been an awesome transition. Be able to learn so much more about the business. Also, just make some awesome friends.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
A big welcome to those of you watching on Mosaic TV, based out of Kentucky and all points south. And welcome to those of you listening on WQEE 99.1 FM in Atlanta. And thank you to Ryan O'Neill for hosting us. Appreciate it. Our guest picker this week is going to be none other than. Our guest picker this week is going to be none other than the lovely Deb Whitkus. She will join us. We'll put the time together, and we'll let you all know when we will do those, because I have the feeling it won't occur during the show. So we're probably going to have to make our picks twice. So keep an eye out. I was in the middle of a message. So keep an eye out for that. And next week, I have our guest picker lined up.
Oh,
I didn't tell anybody because I wanted a confirmation first.
Mm-hmm.
Our guest picker next week, next Friday, is going to be none other than the great Rod Peterson.
Nice.
Hey, yo! Peterson of the Rod Peterson Show. He has agreed he will be our guest picker. He loves coming on to the show and talking sports with yours truly and the crew. So he's going to be our guest picker next Friday. And as I said, this Friday, Deb Whitkus will be our guest picker. And Shane is keeping track of all the guest pickers. And this is a lot of fun. Our picks are presented by, of course, by BetUS.com. BetUS.com, where the game begins. Now, I must.
You know what you gotta do.
This has been yet another Beating a Dead Horse presentation.
Why?
Because you know what day
because
it is.
less LeBron, it is you.
It is you.
It has always been you. It always will be you forever and ever. And the church said,
Amen.
Amen. Brought to you by the City Field.
And this
moment of bronze sexual stupidity is brought to you by Hooked on Bronix. When you start talking like an idiotic bronze sexual, Hooked on Bronix can set you right. Call 1-800-YOKAY. LJPN, now approve all this.
Just cue the heartbeat.
Dear God in heaven.
In a world where partial greatness is celebrated and total greatness is shunned, there stands to be a figure on the lips of those who love him and those who hate him. The inane comparisons to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant continue and has existed since 2003. There is no end in sight, for the battle between those who unconditionally love and unconditionally hate him wages on. These are their stories. Welcome to the Bronzexual Confessions.
Here we go.
Let's get this over with like a bad A&E biography.
You don't want to know about bad A&E biographies.
I've watched a few of them.
Same
All right.
here. Okay. Dexter Miranda.
That's a name and a
And
half.
yes, I call people out. I call these bronzexuals out by name. Why? Because they need to be called out. And I've had people say, you shouldn't do that. Shut up.
Ladies and gentlemen, is the roll call for the LeBron James Insane Asylum.
Dexter Miranda said, quote, how to make Mike sexuals very mad and bring up LeBron nonstop. Tell them Mike is not your GOAT. Close quote.
Here's the thing. Mike doesn't have to be your GOAT. He just is the GOAT.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
We've gone over all of this when it comes to Mike and everything he's done. I mean, hell, he's even looking to put a footprint in NASCAR. What does that say?
He has put a footprint in NASCAR.
He's about to put a bigger one in if this lawsuit works out, but that's another story.
Exactly. Mike doesn't play around.
Nope.
But to Dexter Miranda, I have a little tribute for you. And it goes like this.
So I realized that I think, even though it's not advertised,
right,
there has to be a place for stupid people. We don't know because we're not stupid, so we don't know anything about it. It's like a secret club society.
Oh my gosh.
So I come to the conclusion that he graduated from SU, stupid university. Yeah, get all the stupid ass letters that go along with graduating high honors of being stupid. I can't do no more, man.
Vámonos, dominos, vámonos. Stupid university, where everyone graduates magna cum stupid.
Yeah, it's about right.
And this happened.
Oh no.
Now, why'd you have this?
What you mean?
I'm not the only. He's not the only one. I did too.
What you mean?
Here's
both of you.
What happened?
Oh,
okay.
Crap.
I was taking a nap.
And you woke up to a nightmare.
He was doing this. He leaned back in his chair.
I leaned back in this chair, put my feet up, and zonked out.
And you woke up to a nightmare.
Uh-huh.
All right.
I woke up to a question.
Oh, Lord.
And the question was, well, first of all, he began with a statement. He said, I'm a LeBron fan through and through. And I'm thinking, oh, dear God.
That's a mistake.
No, we already know there's one thing wrong with you.
That one.
Yeah, that's strike one.
You don't say strike. You say
strike one. Is strike two. He said to me, I don't care what you think. LeBron is the GOAT, and you can't prove me otherwise. Here is strike three. He allowed me to prove it otherwise.
Oh no!
And here comes the bitch down the middle, looking at the strikeout.
Mm-hmm.
This fish-eyed, idiotic, ass backwards, bronzexual fool.
You fool!
Thank you, Victor. Said to me, you cannot prove that Mike is better than LeBron. I said, Are you going to allow me to do so? And he said, yeah, I dare you. Oh, a dare.
Oh, that's a mistake in the second at bat.
Yep. Watch the games. That's what I got to do.
Okay.
Second at bat's already starting over 1.
And I said, does LeBron have a 60-point game?
No.
He went and did his research as I did mine. I took a look. And the answer is no.
No. I'll tell you. I said it. No.
No.
LeBron does not have a 60-point game. I said, does LeBron have a Defensive Player of the Year award? He went back and did his research. And he came back and he went, no. And I said, there are 2 differences right there between the greatest of all time and the most mediocre player I've ever seen.
And Yo Kang.
Well,
Mike can actually put the ball in the basket. LeBron cannot. Not on a consistent basis.
All I can do is dunk.
How many times did Mike have a 30-point season on average?
I want to say 10 of them.
I counted 8 last time I looked this up.
Okay.
LeBron only had 1.
Say that again, Shane. Say that again.
Mike had at least 8 seasons of 30 points per game, while LeBron only has 1.
Oops.
I want you to say that one more time for those of us in the cheap seats at the old Boston Garden.
And I'll do you one better for those of y'all in the cheap seats over in the Chicago Stadium.
Yes. Doing one better for those in the high rises at the K.
Yep.
Yo Kang has only had a 30-point season on average once in his career, while Michael Jordan has done it 8 times at least.
With one team.
Yep. And the career scoring average for MJ, you stupid, idiotic bronzexual, 30.1. Okay? 30.1. Now, let me give you this. In a game against the Atlanta Hawks in 1987, a game that I watched very intently, which had my dad yanking me away from the TV because I didn't have glasses.
Mm-hmm.
But I did have Jim Durham in my ears. And I'll never forget the announcement that Tommy Edwards, the former PA announcer for the Chicago Bulls, made this announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. When Michael Jordan scored his 37th point, he became the first player since 1963 and only the second player in NBA history to score 3,000 points in a single season.
3,000.
I am going to give you even bigger stat line.
Go with it.
The only times Michael Jordan did not average 30 points per season minimum.
His rookie year, when he averaged 28.7 and was named Rookie of the Year for such.
And when he was injured and played less than half of a season.
1986.
And 1990. Well, no, he came back in 95. So, and he still averaged 27 points per game.
Mm-hmm.
In 96, 97, it was 29.6. And in 97, 98, it was 28.7. Any other time, Michael was either returning or hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Every other time was over 30 points per game on average.
30.1 for a scoring average. Oh, and you know the best part about all of that? He did all that basically with the Bulls in 13 seasons. He played 15 seasons overall, and he's averaging 30.1 points per game. Now, when I looked up LeBron's stats, loaded as they were, LeBron scoring average is 27.1. That means 3 full points behind the king. Yeah, I said it. The king.
The real king.
You know what?
The king.
Let's put a dagger in this one and answer the biggest question to any bronze sexual. And Snowman, this is where you got your 10. How many times did Michael Jordan lead the league in scoring?
10 times.
Mm-hmm.
How many times has LeBron done it?
Once.
And that was 2006, 2007. No, wait, it was 07, 08 when he played in Cleveland, but he only played 75 games. Michael doing it, full seasons.
Full ages.
There's another thing that I want to bring up to these stupid ass bronze sexuals.
Oh, here we go.
And I want the research to back me up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at it.
I can name you at least 10 times Michael played 82 games in a season. LeBron's only done it once, and that was 2017, 2018, when he got spanked in the NBA World Championship Series. And he also got swept.
Michael has played a full 82 games 9 times.
9 times. Okay, 9 times.
9 times.
9 times.
Droid?
Thank you, Victor.
Droid.
And you are correct. The last year that Braun had a full season, 2017, 2018. Technically the only year he's done it.
Yeah. Yep. And he ain't going to do it this year either.
Why? Roger, he's going to be casting the Sarlacc pit. From Mr. McCarthy, Ryan McCarthy.
Introduce him right.
Our favorite international Italiano supervillain, Espresso McCoffee.
Espresso McCoffee. Thanks, McCoffee, for joining us today.
But
now, back to business.
I was going to ask Joy what was his conversation because you let in with
that. Go. Let me introduce this the right way.
I mean, we got time.
It's your we got time. Trust me. Droid, it's your turn. So Droid had a conversation with a bronze sexual. Dear God, man. I love it.
What do I mean? All right.
All yours, Droid. Take it.
So yesterday I had my first shift at Culver's.
Mm-hmm.
Which is where this unfolded.
Oh no.
While I was on the clock.
Oh no.
This guy came walking in with a shirt.
Oh dear.
That was literally just a walking billboard of glazing LeBron.
Oh dear. I've seen those.
At least you got paid.
And this one was a newer one. You want to know how I know that?
How?
Because it had Bronny on it.
Oh God.
Of course it
did.
Of course it did. Of course it did.
And I had, you want to know what I have? I have it somewhere. I think it's in the wash right now. But I have a shirt. It has 2 simple numbers and a name. 2-3.
Mm-hmm.
It's red and black.
Yep.
It has the name Jordan on the back.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get me one of those black Jordan jerseys, to be honest.
Oh, the all blacks, yeah. But
I'm gonna find one.
Yes, sir.
But
I'm gonna find one.
He was talking to a buddy.
Oh dear.
Saying, I don't think anybody could ever be as great as LeBron.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Say that again, please. Because I have a response.
You better have the quote button ready so people don't think
I have a response ready. Would you repeat that again, please?
He said, quote, I don't think anybody could ever match the greatness of LeBron. Close quote.
Once again.
So I realized that I think, even though it's not advertised,
right,
there has to be a place for stupid people. We don't know because we're not stupid, so we don't know anything about it. It's like a secret club society.
Oh my gosh.
So I come to the conclusion that he graduated from SU, stupid university. Yeah, and all the stupid ass letters that go along with graduating high honors of being stupid. I can't do no more, man.
Vámonos, dominos, vámonos. Stupid university, where everyone graduates. Magna cum stupid.
Worst part of it.
Oh no!
Oh no!
It's worse than that.
This is a man I have added on Discord.
Oh dear!
Why?
You idiot!
I had him added before I knew he was a bronsexual.
Oh, so
Trust me on that.
He basically infiltrated.
Okay, he infiltrated.
So I texted him on Discord asking, what the hell did you say? And he said, what you mean?
Oh no!
I said, you said nobody could match LeBron's greatness. And he said, yeah. What did you? How did you know I said that? And I said, because I was working on set when you said that. I was at the front putting the burgers and the fries in the bag, just like LeBron should do. Put the fries in the bag, bud.
Oh! Pow!
Damn.
Pow!
And he said, well, it's true. And I said, who has LeBron won Defensive Player of the Year?
No.
Did Jordan does LeBron have a dunk contest win in a good era of the dunk contest?
He's never been in a dunk contest
never participated.
in any era.
Never participated.
Does LeBron have the most iconic line of shoes to ever exist?
Hell no.
No.
You know what? Let me answer that the right way. And I know I'm gonna get zapped for this. Ask that question again.
I asked, does LeBron have an iconic brand of shoe like Jordan?
Bishop Bullwinkle.
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. To the no, no, no.
I've seen better looking shoes at Costco.
As have I.
I've seen Kirkland shoes look better than LeBron's. And the best thing about Kirkland's, they're non-slip. So pick your battles.
You can't flop.
You can't flop.
Left flop.
And then I asked him, how many rings does LeBron have? He said 4. Out of how many finals? Well, 10. And I said, how many rings does Jordan have? I don't know. And I said, you know. And he's like, 6. And I said, out of how many finals? 6.
Did any of those go to a game 7? No.
No. Did Jordan always get his get back after getting dominated?
Yes.
Did LeBron get his get back after getting dominated?
No.
Hell no.
And I asked him, did Jordan ever leave Chicago?
No.
During his playing time, at least. Did he leave Chicago?
No. Nope.
Don't try to lie and say it was Washington.
Now, did LeBron leave Cleveland?
Oh,
yes. Twice.
Did he leave Miami?
Yes, he did. He
Did he
ran
leave Cleveland
from
again?
accountability.
Yeah. Did he leave Kevin Love to dry twice?
Yep.
I guess so.
I guess so.
Did LeBron play with iconic players like Scottie Pippen?
Nope.
Did LeBron ever participate in one of the most iconic photos of the USA men's team of all time that included Jordan?
That would be a no.
Nope.
That would be a hell to the no.
How many years has LeBron played in the league? Oh, no.
Really?
Really? You don't know? And you worship him this much? No, I don't know.
Stupid.
How many years did Jordan play in the league? Oh, no, about 13. Exactly. Well, he has the scoring record. Who cares? He didn't average well.
Yeah, he had a scoring record in an L.
In a big fat L. Okay.
I will still call Kareem Abdul-Jabbar the king of scoring.
Same. No argument here. No argument here. Hell,
And then I asked him, who is currently the best defensive player in the league? And he said, well, LeBron. I'm like,
no.
How is it LeBron?
Wrong.
And he said, well, because he's the greatest. And I'm like, have you ever heard of a fella named Rudy Gobert? He's like, well, yeah. And I said, has Rudy Gobert won a Defensive Player of the Year? Yeah. Has LeBron? No. Exactly. Now get out of my face. And I blocked him.
Good. Because LeBron's defense is a lot of...
It's trash.
It's a lot of...
He looks to bring it in. He comes in and throws it away. The Bulls have it. Here comes Michael Jordan on the drive. 5 seconds. Jordan on the drive. Right in the lane. 18-footer. Yeah! 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 Yeah!
And that is that. Now get out of our face, you thirsty bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window.
Hold up.
False start.
False start.
Offense.
I'll take the false start. I'll accept
No,
the
I'm
I'll
going to
accept
call
the false
this
start.
encroachment.
Okay. That's fine. I'll say encroachment. I'll call this encroachment.
Neutral zone infraction.
Dear Bronsexuals, you. Dear social media for shoving LeBron in our face, you.
This has gone from encroachment to personal foul.
Dear any network that features LeBron in a game we don't want to watch, you, and you.
And now it's become unsportsmanlike conduct.
Now get out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure who encourages ridiculous, undying loyalty. Good Lord, I'm about to throw up. This has been yet another installment of The Bronsexual Confessions.
Man, that went from a neutral zone. That went from a neutral zone infraction to roughing the flopper real quick.
Roughing the flopper.
Roughing the
split. Have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they're simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. We are, and we hope we all are too. So long, everybody.